work to do. I don't know why I have to do this. I mean, every time I'm on here, it's something I always have to do. It's like, Hercules do this, Hercules do that. I'm like, why don't you guys do some of the work? Every time I'm on here, Hercules do this, Hercules do that. It's like, can you just give me a break? What's the point in hiring good help? And I'm sitting around delegating how to do stuff. And you guys aren't doing a thing. Look, I shouldn't even be having to delegate work all the time this hard. Hired help services. It's a place where I'm supposed to go to get some temporary people to help me. I went there. They promised me quality, pristine work. Quality, pristine results. Meaning, when I go to the temp service and say, look, I'm Hercules the Shark. I'm a celebrity here. I need a little help. It's getting busy here now. And I've got paperwork that needs to be done that I haven't got to from last year. But I didn't tell them all that. I didn't tell them I had paperwork that I didn't do last year. Because that's none of their business. They just say you fill out the application. And after you fill out the application, they'll do this searching thing to hire people that's a good fit for me. Well, they picked 2 people, and those 2 people aren't fitting in. So I gotta figure out how to fire them already. I needed someone to help me do clerical work. Clerical work meaning help me file my papers, help me with my taxes, and just help me start up some type of card catalog or some filing system. I'm not going to have Grandma do that, even though Grandma is good at what she does. Grandma is good at all that secretary stuff because in the past life, that's the kind of job she had. Office work, pushing papers, doing the accountant stuff. But Grandma's living with me and she's supposed to be retiring. I don't want her doing extra work. She already has a baking company where she bakes cookies from out of the house and all that stuff. No, so these temp service people that you hired are trash. I need you to... I tried to do this professionally, okay? Look, I've got a live stream to do, and I don't know how you're going to get back. I paid you already for 2 weeks, and I've given you more than enough because you've only did 3 days of work out of the 2 weeks you've been here. I don't care if I'm telling you all this on the live stream. I've got this on the live stream for my safety. Because if you want to act crazy because I fired you because you weren't doing your work, I've got thousands of people watching me. They're witnessing online that I'm firing you too. So go on back to your wherever it is, job staffing services, and tell them that you need somewhere else to go. Oh no. Okay, fine. You know what? I'm gonna get on the phone right now, right in front of this live stream. Well, I've got thousands of people watching me. You're not gonna set me up for failure. I've come too far on this YouTube world to have a couple of idiots from some job staffing service temp people trap me up talking about I wasn't nice to you. Oh, no. I've got you recorded and I'm getting ready to call the job people right now. Do. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. Hey, this is Hercules the Shark. Yeah. About those people that you selected for me to help me with my clerical work, they ain't been doing nothing. Look, I tried to give them the benefit of the doubt. They've been working for me for 2 weeks and they've only done 3 days of work. Oh yeah, they're still here. They're refusing to leave until they get their pay because it's Friday. I already paid them 2 weeks in advance and they haven't done anything. Yeah, They're not leaving. I don't want this to get... Of course. They're both here. I paid them already. They haven't done a thing. I've got that documented too. I can send you all the proof of what they've done. Oh yeah. You know, I don't think I want to do any business with you guys. I might go through another temporary staffing agency because these people that you allegedly handpicked are trash. No! They don't even know how to use a fax machine. It's a fax machine. That's how I get all my work done. Yeah, because I talk to humans. Yes, and they're not getting it. Oh, look it. Oh, look, they're trying to leave now. Oh, yeah, I'm serious. Get on out of my house, and you're both fired. I'm Hercules the Shark. Do you know who I am? Yes, I talk with human people. I'm the shark. You guys don't make any sense. Look, temp service people. I'm going to have to go through another hiring agency who's more associated with celebrities. Hang on a second. I need to get a sip of Powerade. This is so unprofessional. I've got people waiting for me in the live stream. I'm late. I've got people waiting. And I've got business to take. Hello, I'm back. Yeah, I needed to get a sip of Powerade. Yeah. No, they're leaving now. Grandma, are they getting out of the driveway? Yeah, they're backing out of the driveway. They're backing out of the driveway. What do you mean? Some references. Why would I want to take any references from you when the people you sent me to help me didn't do a thing? And I paid them. And they demanded more money. No, I'm going to ask the people online. They seem to know more than you. That's what I'm going to do. Wait a minute, what did you say? Of course I want a refund from my services. You guys didn't do anything. Yes, charge it back to the card on file. Okay, thank you. I'm sorry, too. Look, I gotta go. I've got people waiting for me. I'm not even supposed to be on here handling business. How come every time I get ready to get into the studio, get ready to talk with my cool people online, my human people, that's when everybody want to call me Hercules the Shark. Everyone wants to start cutting up and being silly. Everybody wants to start telling me what to do. Like I haven't been doing this for a long time. I'm a professional. I walk on dry land. I'm familiar with human people. I'm friends with human people. I've even invited human people over for dinner, and I didn't take a bite out of them. None of my fish friends and families took a bite out of the humans. I wish more people would come out and talk about how great I am. This is so stupid. Grandma, I am coming down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is ridiculous. Okay, I'm gonna take one more sip of Powerade, then I'm gonna start talking to my cool people, the ones who matter the most. I don't know why they hired those people. It's like I gotta do everything. You know, my schedule is getting busy nowadays, and I don't want to do everything. That's why I hired them. Looks like I'm gonna have to start hiring artificial intelligence. No, Hercules, you'll find a shark to help you. I've got people already in the chat, so they'll be my witnesses from witnessing all this mess that happened with my temp agent people. They were a piece of work. Hello, everybody. I'm Hercules the Shark, back by popular demand. Thank you for coming in. This is ridiculous. I'm sorry you guys had to bear witness to all that unprofessionalism from those stupid people that I hired through a temp service agency. They didn't do a good job at all. For those of you who didn't hear me fussing on the phone with the temp agency, I hired those sharks 2 weeks ago, and they didn't do anything but 3 days worth of work. And the work that they did do, I could have easily done in my sleep. I gotta catch up on these comments. What in the world are you saying in these comments? Yes, I'm alive and this isn't CGI. You're not dreaming. This is an actual shark. I work for Elay TV and I'm here to be on here every Friday at 5 a.m. ET Standard Time. Doja Cat. This ain't no Doja Cat. Doja Cat dresses up as a cow. I don't know anything else about Doja Cat, but she wears a cow suit. How in the world is this Doja Cat? Isn't she on tour right now? What would she be trying to be like me for? Well, I should take that as a compliment. Doja Cat wants to be like me, Hercules. I guess that's a compliment. So go on and tell your friends, Doja Cat wants to be like me, Hercules the shark. Back by popular demand. Welcome to Fish Fry Friday. Hello, how are you guys doing? Gather around, tap the glass. You're in for a treat. So many people are commenting. Thank you so much for pressing the like. Pressing the like help keeps this show going because my temp serving agency, they didn't do a good job picking the right help. Moving forward, I see I got a donation. Thank you so much for the jewels. Maybe I could scroll back up here and see who was so kind to give me a donation. Oh boy, how are you guys doing? Look at all these wonderful people in here. Look at all the support. We've got Taz1921 sent me 2 jewels. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much, Taz. This is Hercules the Shark, back by popular demand. And I think since we're running late, we're already 11 minutes into this show. Let's do the song. Oh, this is the shark. This is my show. This is my show. This is the shark. Moo, moo, bark, bark, moo, moo, bark, bark. This is the shark. This is my show. This is my show. This is the shark. Moo, moo, bark, bark, moo, moo, bark, bark. Yeah! Every time I sing that song, it just lifts my spirits and brightens my day. I'm reporting live underwater. This is a real actual shark. Please don't pour out your adult beverages. That's not the case. This is a real thing. Take that, Discovery Channel. Where on earth are you gonna find the opportunity to interact and engage with the live shark? Thank you guys for your gratuity donations. That's what you human people call it when you get cash. You say thank you for your gratuity. No, that seems like another word should be used there, but I'm trying to learn the human language. So keep on giving. I'll be sure to purchase me some cool stuff like stuff for my barbecue grill because I'm a shark who loves to barbecue grill. Speaking of barbecue grilling, like I said, I didn't do any cooking last week. I needed to kick up my fins and rest and relax. You guys were getting ready to roll into the first quarter of the year. And since I'm a business shark now, you already know what the first quarter of the year means. And if you don't have your financial affairs in order this first quarter, you're in for a financial treat from the IRS. That's why I hire help and the help ain't helping. Moving forward, what are you guys saying in this chat? Oh, what is this saying? You guys are talking so fast. You know, look, I'm a well-read shark, but I don't read that fast. But I want to say shouts out to all of those humans who participated in the art of speed reading. Now, I don't know if I could go online and see if I could find a speed reading kit or not, but that would be something I should start doing. Before I was rudely interrupted with my hired help that's terrible, I already was going to treat myself for something nice. What I was going to do was order something for myself and for my grandma. Look, my tax return came. Yes, sharks file taxes. I'm a able-bodied working citizen shark. I have my paper documentation to walk on dry land amongst the humans, which are you, and I live down here underwater. So I pay my taxes. I do my work. I'm a citizen of the planet Earth. So I was gonna get the cheapest thing on the menu from Ruth Chris. I mean, the cheapest thing they had. And I was gonna get one for me and one for my grandma. But so far, when I'm looking on this menu, guys, Ruth Chris is expensive. It don't make sense. The cheapest thing on the menu is the sweet potato casserole for $19. And it's not even telling me if it's a medium, small, or a large. I don't think hold on, I'm scrolling down the menu right now. What in the world is it saying now? I see something less than 14. What is that? How much is that? That's less than $16. We've got cream spinach for $17. Mashed potatoes for $17. Who's spending $17 for some mashed potatoes? It better be an extra large. What's wrong with these people? So the cheapest thing on the Ruth Chris menu is cream spinach and mashed potatoes. Grandma! Yeah, Hercules? We ain't getting no Ruth Chris. You know the cheapest thing on the menu is cream spinach or mashed potatoes, and that's not including the tax, that's not including the delivery service plus the tip. That's too much money. Hercules, you didn't even have to get that. Well, look, you fancy schmancy humans are always talking about, I'm rich, I'm fancy, I've got money to burn. And only the people who are rich go to Ruth Chris. So when I was walking on dry land, oh, look at that. That's really nice. Thank you so much. Hindo Miles 5060. Let me go down here and read it. Let's see, it's got Hercules. Here we are. Hindawaga Miles 5640 sent happy poop and 10 jewels. Thank you so much for sending those jewels. High fin to you. Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. This ain't no nonsense. What is this nonsense about? I'm gonna take it upon myself to believe more than assume that you're new, my dear friend. This ain't nonsense and you ain't dreaming. This is a real life shark in the flesh, underwater, engaging with human people and fish all around the world. I'm internationally known. Not only am I internationally known underwater and above ground, I'm internationally known in space. Take that, NASA. I'm going to show you how to make a living being unapologetically yourself. All you gotta do is push the go live button and be you. I'm a whole adult shark making money on YouTube. I've got so much money. Well, I'm not gonna order it, but I can say I've got so much money now that I could shop online and get something for Ruth Chris. But I ain't getting nothing for Ruth Chris because it's too dang much. They must have lost their minds. Fancy schmancy people, I know you're in here. Hannah, God Miles, 5640. Thank you so much for sending that happy poop emoji. As I was saying, what's wrong with you rich people? I know I have rich people in here because you're sending me donations. So thank you, rich people, for sending me donations. I want to know, why would you want to sit around the table and spend over $1,000 for food when you could sit down at home for less? Ruth Chris people, you're entirely too expensive for my taste. Lee Angels, $5. Now with $5 I can go to Wendy's. That's what I'm talking about. Back by popular demand. Sharks on the moon. Exactly. Thank you so much for your contribution. High fin to you, bam! And high five to Hindogo Waman Meals 5640. It's Friday, guys. Welcome to Fish Fry Fridays, and I ain't cooking no fish today. Just because it's Friday don't mean I'm under contractual obligation to be frying fish in the skillet. Besides, if I'm gonna be cooking anything, your boy's gonna be outside cooking it on the grill. Have you guys ever fried fish on the barbecue grill? Is that even possible? I think what you do is get you a flat pan, put it over the coals, and then you get you a cast iron skillet, you pour the grease in on top of that, and you wait for it to bubble. I don't know what kind of logic that is, because it's like you're taking the frying pan to the grill and you're waiting for the oil to bubble up. That's not even healthy, but I think you can fry fish on the barbecue grill. Someone let me know something. Inquiring minds like myself wants to know, no fish fry for Hercules. I grilled a largemouth bass and it was good, nice and flaky. Now, did you do that on the grill? Was that done on the grill? Inquiring minds want to know. You need to be in Hollywood as I put my fin behind my massive head and relax. I'm already part of Hollywood. I know some of you fancy smancy humans who told me, Hercules, know that you're rolling in the dough. You need to start acting like it. And I'm like, what do you mean start acting like it? They told me I need to start eating somewhere where fancy people go. I need to separate myself. I'm like, separate myself for what? They're like, you need to eat at Ruth Chris. So I pulled off the menu and everything is too dang much. Rich people, I don't know how you stay rich, because you're blowing money on stupid stuff. For example, I've still got it up here, guys. The menu's still up here. Ruth Chris, please don't sue me. The menu's up here for me to judge. They've got a filet, 11-ounce filet, starting at $62, ranging to $75. And that's probably just one piece of fish. Now look, singular, plural, whatever, it says filet, so to me that means one piece of fish, and it didn't guarantee me that I'm gonna get anything on the side. It didn't guarantee me that I'm gonna get a drink. It's just like flat rate $62 to $75 for a piece of fish. What's wrong with you people? I don't understand. What are you guys saying in these comments? Rich people don't rely on the bank account. They have passive income. Yeah, they have passive income, all right. They're passing the money through the poor people and siphoning it into their wallets. I know that Harry Potter magic blanket that he throws over himself, what is it, the cloak of invisibility, is a real thing. And you rich people all have one. That's how you stay rich. You put on Harry Potter's cloak of invisibility and start pickpocketing the poor people when we're standing in line to go to the movie theater, or when we're standing outside getting our gas. We think we feel the wind blowing and we look the other way, and no, that's you guys with your RFD chip credit card readers and your cloak of invisibility robbing the poor people. Don't tell me anything else. You quit defending those rich people. What's wrong with you people? You guys are living in the land of delusion. That's why you're right where you're supposed to be. Here with me, Hercules the Shark, so I can wake up the world, so I can wake up the nation. What's wrong with you people? They're robbing you blind. I refuse to take more blood pressure pills. Last week I was so upset I had to come down to it, and my therapist wasn't pleased with me. I told her I only had to take 2, and she told me my goal is to not take any. I'm like, woman, if you saw what I went through last week, you'd be wanting to take your high blood pressure pills too. Sometimes therapists think they're so much better than everyone, as if they don't have problems of their own. One day, when I was going to the plaza to pick up my gram from the store, I overheard a conversation when I was in the parking lot. These idiots had a convertible, and they had the cell phone on speaker. I had my windows rolled up, but I still could hear everything. And you know what they told me? Well, they didn't tell me. You want to know what I heard when they had the conversation on speaker? They were like, yeah, so I went to my therapist, and then I saw Karen's therapist leaving out of another therapist room getting therapy. So Karen's therapist has therapy sessions before she comes to see and talks to Karen. So I'm like, is the therapist getting therapy because she has to deal with Karen because Karen is that much of a piece of work? Or is the therapist coming unglued? I don't know, you human people. I don't know how you do it. I just don't know how you do it. What are you guys saying in these comments? Thank you for commenting. Let me back it up a little bit to see what you're saying. The land of delicious. Welcome to the land of delicious. But if you're talking about Ruth Chris Steakhouse, I don't care how good their food is. I'm not paying $65 for a piece of fish. And I don't even eat fish anymore. But I'm talking about the fish, the other sharks who do. Not all sharks under here are reformed, you know. I'm a reformed shark, and I've changed my ways. And like I said before, maybe I'll get to that in another day. I was once in jail. I went to shark jail. I did my time, and I've never looked back. Literally. What else are you saying in these comments? Losing the Ruth Chris sponsorship as we speak. Boy, don't you ever know it. I don't even know if they'll want to look at me again. Oh my goodness. Ever got a job from a poor person? Of course I got a job from a poor person. If the money's right, I'm not turning it down. But I didn't accept the money. I was walking down the street down here, going to a Walmart from another city. Okay, I travel the world and I travel the seas. So I was going to Walmart from another city. I wanted to keep a low profile, so I decided to park in the back. In the back, you know, because that's where, well, at least at the Walmart I went to, they've got a greenhouse. So I went through the back of Walmart, through the garden center. But unbeknownst to the people who work at that Walmart, it's a homeless center back there, meaning there were like 5 different tents back there hiding amongst the plants and the roughage. So long story short, the homeless guy said he would gladly pay me if I could help him get some things done. And I'm like, what kind of things do you want done? I'm not trying to get caught up in no criminal activity. You know what I'm saying? He said, no, he actually has a prescription in there, and he wasn't clean, and he was a little under the weather, and he didn't want to go in there to get it. So he actually had ID. So I took his ID, I went in and got his stuff. You know, I used my clout. Look, I'm here, I'm Hercules the Shark. I said all the personal information he wanted me to say, and I got his prescription. I told him, you know, he could keep the money. But what I did do, though, I bought all of them gym memberships to the local gym that's around the corner so they could at least take showers. Because, I mean, come on, it's tough down here under the water for us fish, too. So I know if it's tough down here underwater for some fish and sharks, it's gotta be tough for you guys up there. So shouts out to the homeless people all around the world, underwater and on dry land. What else are you saying in these comments? Let me scroll down. What is it? This is real life. Oh yes, this is happening. You don't have to jump in and out of the live to see if this is some type of computer technological glitch. This is not a glitch. This is happening. Tap on the glass and interact with me. I'm live underwater. Hercules is the nicest. Thank you so much. At least someone down here understands how nice I am. Homeless fish. Yeah, man, it gets tough down here. Especially right now because we're going through the winter times. We get snow down here. And I woke up and it was a whole bunch of snow outside. The weather people didn't even see it coming, which is why I did this survey. I'm gonna look at the survey to see what all my cool people have said. I did a survey, guys, and it says, guys, I'm sick and tired of the snow down here. Are you sick and tired of the winter? I'm 1000% tired of the winter. 38% of you said yes. 41% of you said no. I don't know what's wrong with you people. How are you not sick and tired of the winter snow? You must be the people who already live in the mountains, so 365 days of the year, when you pull back your blinds and open your curtains, well, I heard fancy people who live in the mountains don't have curtains because you said it's tacky. So when you wake up and look outside to your uncurtained windows and see snow day in and day out, I guess I wouldn't be tired of seeing snow neither. Moving forward, according to this survey, oh, you fancy schmancy rich people, it doesn't snow where I'm at. 20% of you said it doesn't snow where you're at. They said it doesn't rain in Southern California, Tony, and it doesn't snow where I'm at. Well, where in the world are you living where it doesn't snow where you are at? In the figment of your imagination? Well, I'll buy that for $1, I guess. I'll just let that slide today on this Hercules Live Shark Show. For those of you who don't know, it is indeed Friday. Happy Friday to all of you. It's your boy Hercules the Shark, back by popular demand, reported live to you on YouTube from underwater. I want to say hello to the YouTube people. Thanks for working with me when I had trouble times technologically, and you guys helped me right on up. So shouts out to the YouTube people and the staff. You guys are doing a wonderful job. I appreciate you guys so much for giving me this opportunity to entertain all you human people that fish around the world and in space. Doesn't snow in Florida for real? What do you mean it doesn't snow in Florida? So where in the world do you get all the snow to make those wonderful, delicious snow cones? You mean to tell me it doesn't snow in Florida? How come every time I turn around when I pass it through to Florida, there's a snow cone cart on every corner? It doesn't snow in it doesn't snow in Florida. Peanut butter or Nutella? Nutella is from Satan. Next question. What do you guys say down here? Peanut butter or Nutella? Blah, blah, blah. I'm repping Cleveland, Ohio, and I'm so sick of winter. I heard about you people in Cleveland, Ohio. I'm so sorry about all that. Cleveland, Ohio people, I went to Cleveland, Ohio in passing, and I blended right in. You guys treated me with the utmost respect. Nobody was flinching or double taking like, oh my gosh, it's a shark. Oh my gosh, look at those teeth. None of you in Cleveland, Ohio treated me like trash. One of you even offered for me to stay at your homes overnight so I didn't have to spend money at one of those hotels in passing. I said thank you, but no thank you, because I already booked the room at the hotel, and this hotel I went to offered pristine breakfast like waffles and pancakes and strawberries. Look, you people, when you go to a hotel, make sure they have at least continental breakfast. Who wants to be out of town, waking up in the foreign land, then having to go fix breakfast, when all you gotta do is go to a hotel with continental breakfast and eat there, and then you can plan your day? So shouts out to ya people in Cleveland, Ohio. Hi Finn, bam, thanks for treating me with the utmost respect and dignity. Feel free to clip this moment and tell all you Ohio people that your boy Hercules the Shark sends his love. Oscar the Shark Slayer. Now, we're not talking about Oscar. I tried to tell that shark he needs to get up off of his behind and do something. Go cut some grass. Go pick up trash. He's just sitting on his butt. Well, I was like, look, if you're gonna be sitting on your butt, at least play some video games and live stream it, because at least you'll get some money for it. You're consistently sitting on your butt. Why not just record you sitting on your butt? You got to do something. I'm so over Oscar. It's amazing that you know who Oscar is. It is a small world after all. You know, I don't think about Disney all the time, but since you told me that comment about Oscar, it made me think about Oscar the Shark. We don't fellowship too much because he ain't doing nothing with his life. He ain't even trying. The homeless people I chatted with at Walmart are doing more than Oscar. Just doesn't make any kind of sense. I'm quite sure if I'm having social issues amongst my own shark people, I'm quite sure you human people are having the same kind of human situation up there. You just cannot lead a horse to the water. What is that saying you human people say? You can take a dog to the water, but you can't make them drink. Something along those lines. Yeah, you can take a fish to the buffet, but you can't make them eat. Moving forward. You got that right. Oscar must be some type of special shark. What else are you saying in these comments? You guys have really been commenting in here. It's been hard for me to keep up with everything. I'm trying to read what I can when I can. Tarzan, sorry, bro. I told Baskethead that you're afraid of heights. That doesn't even make sense. How in the world is a shark afraid of heights? Tarzan, what's wrong with you? Ladies and gentlemen, he said that sharks are afraid of heights. Where? How? You see how high we swim up in the water? Do you see how deep the water is? The water down here is as deep and as high as a skyscraper. So for example, you go to your city, you take the highest building in your city and your town and your state, and you measure it up against the depths of the sea. That skyscraper's gonna be fully covered in water. So no, I ain't scared of no heights. I tell you, you guys have to continue watching me on Friday so I can educate you on the things of the sea, or at least educate you on how sharks work. I don't know why you're wasting your time with Discovery Channel. There's something wrong with those people. All they do is tell lies, according to me. They don't know nothing about nothing. Always scuba diving around here, being nosy, not minding their business. Do sharks eat horses? When times get rough, sometimes things just happen. Now, for me, no, I don't eat horses. Like I said, I'm a fully reformed shark. I don't eat people, nor do I sample them. I don't do that kind of stuff anymore, but I appreciate you asking, because if you don't ask, you'll never know. Do sharks eat horses? Sorry, bro. I already read that comment, Tarsus. I just got you squared away. I'm not afraid of heights. We gotta put her on Cartoon Network. Oh, yeah, put me on Cartoon Network. Because Cartoon Network's been doing an awful job. I've got fish shark kids down here, and they're always complaining. Look, let me clear that up. I don't have any kids, but my brothers and sisters have kids. And when I have to babysit them, they turn to Cartoon Network, and the Cartoon Network don't keep their attention because they're always playing Scooby-Doo all the time. Cartoon Network, you're not keeping these kids' attention anymore because all you're doing is playing the same thing over and over and over and over. So that means I gotta constantly babysit these kids and give them attention because Cartoon Network, you're not doing your job. Put me on Cartoon Network, that's right, I promise. Every time I'm on Cartoon Network, the kids will be sitting in front of the TV, glued to the floor, glued to the TV, and everybody's winning. People don't know how to do anything anymore. They get a little bit of money and start changing. They get a little bit of money and start getting lazy. I've been on here for almost a year or two, and I'm going strong. You can't eat sea otters. I'm not eating sea otters. Rest their souls. Look, I cannot save every fish under the sea, but since I deemed myself the shark ambassador, I really try to tell these sharks under here, you gotta go a different direction. You gotta stop eating your own. Moving forward, what else are you saying in here? Sharks? Can sharks sleep? Like, can I buy? Oh, sharks sleep all the time. You should see my room. Maybe in the future set, I'll give you a tour around my house. We sleep, we eat, we go to the movie theaters, we even have public libraries down here. We pretty much do everything you human people do, which is why I don't understand why they're not educating you guys about this stuff. You're spending all those tax dollars and they're not teaching these kids nothing in the public schools. I see why you guys are mad when it's time to pay your taxes. You don't even see the fruits of your labor when they're siphoning money out of your checks day in and day out. I live in the swamp and it doesn't really get cold. Well, that's fine, because you've got alligators, snails, and all those swampy fish down there. You know, every once in a while, hammerhead shark likes to go swimming into the swamp, so you've probably seen him. 100 sticker. Thank you for that 100 sticker. That's a nice sticker. 5x 818 cent, that 100 sticker. Thank you so much for your charitable contribution. Hi, Finn. Bam. I'm going to thank all of you for your contributions. Commenting, asking me questions, because if you don't ask questions, you'll never know anything. Isn't that right? You won't know a dang old thing. You're welcome. Keep doing your thing. Thank you so much. And you keep doing yours too. I think Hercules is afraid of little fella on the mothership. I ain't going on no mothership. Some of you humans are more brave than me when it comes to that. Look, I'm not afraid of heights, but I'm not getting in a tin can flying around in space for multiple hours. I'm not setting foot on a mothership. On Wednesdays, there's this guy who comes on named Baskethead, and he encourages all you people to file into a mothership and watch a movie while you fly around in space. Now, if that don't sound crazy, I don't know what does. Do any of you people go watch Baskethead on Wednesdays and fly around in space with your sunglasses on, eating snacks and drinking colas and having a good time? I'm not gonna step one foot in that thing because I won't be able to get out. I don't want to get stuck in space. I don't see how you science people, those NASA people, do it. Maybe one day NASA give me a call because I know they watch me too. Why wouldn't they not watch me? Baskethead will be on Wednesdays. I don't know why you're asking about Baskethead, because it's my day. This is my time slot. Hercules, you have to tell them the schedule. Anyways, you're under contractual obligation. Grandma, I'm sick of saying that schedule. This is my day. I'm here on Fridays. I don't want to be talking about everybody else. Hercules, it's a part of your contractual obligation. I know, Grandma. I'm tired of being told what to do. Okay, Grandma's right. Due to contractual obligation, since I work for Elay TV on YouTube, Mondays and Tuesdays you get the cow, Morning Moo. Wednesdays you get Baskethead. Baskethead comes on Wednesdays. Thursdays, which was yesterday, you get LA and she shows up as herself. And Friday, the moment you've been waiting for, your boy Hercules the Shark, back by popular demand. This is the shark. This is my show. This is my show. This is the shark. Moo, moo, bark, bark, moo, moo, bark, bark. This is the shark. This is the show. This is my show. This is the shark. Moo, moo, bark, bark, moo, moo, bark, bark. Ah! If you aren't powering up like Krillin, if you aren't powering up like Goku, there's something wrong with you. You should have this song as your ringtone, or if anything, play that song when you're in the gym, because when I'm in the gym, I turn on every last one of those TVs to my TV show. Every last TV in that gym gets turned on to Hercules the Shark. Because if you're not listening to me while you're in the gym, you're never going to power up and get those strong muscles like I've got. You're missing out. What are you guys saying in these comments? Scrolling down. I'm not afraid to fly. Who told you that? Yeah, you're not listening to my therapy notes, are you? That's not possible, is it? Okay, keeping moving forward. Hey, is this Flip Wilson? I've heard of Flip Wilson. Thank you, thank you. We've got $2 coming in from Zimbop9. Hi, Finn. Bam! Thank you so much for your contribution. I promise to use it to go towards my barbecue grill cooking. Krillin, gym time. Exactly. If you want to be strong like Krillin, Vegeta, Goku, I strongly encourage you to put me on in the background while you're hitting the gym. Because you'll feel super pumped up. You don't need to listen to no music. Just listen to the Hercules the Shark playlist. And I guarantee you, you'll be in the gym and out of the gym in no time. And you'll be stronger than ever. But you do have to have your power drinks. I do drink all that stuff. The power drinks and all the pre-workout stuff. Sometimes you don't need all that trash. You just need to get in the gym, put me on in the background, and go for it. That's enough gym talk for now, because I don't want to tell you all my jewels of how I work out in the gym. Then I won't have anything left to tell you come next week. Hyperbolic time chamber. Exactly. Now, some of these places down here underwater actually have those, but we don't have that many. I have a special app that I have down in my phone. It's funny you should mention it. You must know about underwater more than the other human people, because underwater we do have a hyperbolic time chamber capsule. We don't have that many in my area, but I have an app that tells me, so when I'm traveling around, the thing will go beep, 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 beep. Hyperbolic time chamber. I'm in there, and I'm getting pumped up like Goku. You guys, those things work. You go under there, and you're punching in slow motion. You're giving it all your might. You're in that hyperbolic time chamber. It's even hard to blink your eyes. It's even hard to think. But I set mine for 5 minutes. I'm in there and I'm moving really slowly. But once I step out of that hyperbolic time capsule and I start punching the punching bag, pow, 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 I bust that punching bag open every time. So I guarantee you, if you can get into the hyperbolic time chamber at least 2 times out of the year, you'll be punching through walls with little effort. They'll have to register your fist or your fins as weapons. Do you want to have fists and fins and weapons? Well, I recommend you start powering up and working out in a hyperbolic time chamber like Goku and like myself. Oh yes, this is happening. You're not dreaming. TF question mark question mark. You're not dreaming. You're locked into Hercules the Shark on Fish Fry Fridays on YouTube on Elay TV's platform. And this ain't no dream. So scoot on up, tap on the glass, and start learning what you can. Oh, Bruce Lee in the house. Shouts out to Bruce Lee. My grandpa's grandpa or something like that. Well, whatever my grandma said. Hey, Grandma. Yeah, Hercules. Now, which grandpa on the family tree said they were friends with Bruce Lee? Hercules, I've told you this story time and time again. It's your grandpa's 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 grandpa. It's too many grandpas. One of my grandpas was friends with Bruce Lee, and we've got the pictures to prove it. So thank you for asking about that. Perhaps I can tell you about how one of my grandpas knew Bruce Lee, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, look, I only have so much time to tell you everything, which is why I'm going to be on this platform for quite some time. As you guys gather around your time capsules, or as you gather around the fish tank and tap on the glass and interact with the shark, you can put that on your resume. You can put that on your resume. You can put that on your resume. Any special abilities or hobbies? Yeah, you write down, I interact every Friday with a live shark. I guarantee you, you'll get the job. Hey, what's going on? Hey, Elay and friends. You're a legit good voice actor. Thank you so much for that. Even though this is my actual voice, I know what you're saying. So I'll take that as a compliment. I'm glad that everyone's around here having a good laugh and a good time, because Fridays mean it's time for you to let loose. That's how it works, guys. Isn't that how that works, human people? You guys get paid on Friday. It's the last day of the week and you don't have to do anything. Well, speaking of not having to do anything, LA's Friday is actually on Thursdays, and she talks about it all the time. I wish I could have my Thursday be my Friday, but no, I'm working on a Friday, and she doesn't have to do anything on a Friday. She's probably in here watching me, laughing at my misery. Well, I'm not even in misery. I'm actually having a good time educating you people about my grandpa being friends with Bruce Lee. This is a grown person, y'all. Yeah, this is a grown shark. Yeah, you let that sink in. Only the smartest people are able to maximize and be able to understand the dynamic of that. I am a grown shark teaching humans. I'm giving back. So don't ever say I never did anything. I grew up and I gave back. I'm teaching my shark family and friends, and I'm teaching you human people. Just wait till I use my health insurance punch card, grow legs like Ariel, and walk on dry land this summer. I'm going to be interacting with all of you people, teaching you the ways of the sea. I'm crazy smart. I'm the most intellectual, scholarly shark that you'll ever come across in your entire life. I'm on the computer looking for something really quickly, because that's what I have to do. I have to multitask at the same time while I'm on here talking to you people. How many of you can say that you know how to successfully multitask? Number 1, I'm living underwater. Number 2, I'm talking with human people. Number 3, I have to talk to Grandma sometimes when she's on here. Grandma is listening to me. She didn't close the door. I know Grandma Shark likes to watch me and all that stuff, but at least shut the door. Can I have a little privacy? This is my house and I just let her live here. But for those of you who don't know, Grandma Shark lives with me now. I didn't want her living in that senior citizens high-rise anymore. So she's living here. But if you want to catch up on that, you'll have to watch my other videos to get all that information. Grandma Shark lived in the senior citizen high-rise, and I was like, no, you need to live with me. How it even happened was because she slipped on the piece of lettuce, and then I didn't want her being in that fancy schmancy high-rise by herself. So now Grandma Shark's living with me permanently. We even ordered a storage unit for her so she could, have all our stuff in there. I don't want all that stuff in my house, right? But that's another story for another day. Burger King foot lettuce. Oh yeah, we've got a couple of Burger Kings down here, guys. We really do. And I don't know if you're a fan of Burger King or not, but we do have Burger Kings here. Now, don't get me started on fast food restaurants. For those of you who already know, Wendy's and I have an issue, and I'm not going to go into that. I'm not going to even dare start talking about Wendy's. But yeah, I'll start talking about Burger King. LA likes Burger King food. LA likes Burger King a lot. In fact, I'm sending her a $50 Burger King gift card for her birthday. So she doesn't know that, so don't tell her. It'll just be waiting for her in her mailbox. It's a gift from me to her for her birthday. Hi, hello to you too. You are an awesome shark, Hercules. Thank you. I know I'm an awesome shark. It's nice to know that there's some brilliant human people up there. So maybe all isn't lost. There's some smart people up there. Hercules was banned from... Oh, tell them all my business, Tarsus. We're storming Antarctica. Oh yeah, we've got snow down here. What kind of storm are you having in Antarctica? It could be anything nowadays, so I have to ask. Is it raining? Is it snowing? We've got snow down here. And the weather people didn't even tell us. You know, the weather people are like, da 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 da. Next time on Underwater Weather, we're gonna have sunny skies. You can start packing away your summers. You can start packing away your sweaters. So you guys, I listened to them. I put away all of my sweaters. I put them in storage. I woke up and there's tons of snow outside and I'm freezing. I have to turn the heat back on. The weather people got it wrong. Snow underwater? No, that's interesting. Yes, it's snow underwater. And I gotta shovel the snow when I'm doing on this live stream. I'm choosing to shovel the snow today because I need to work on my back muscles. And the best workout to do is to just go out there and shovel the snow. So yeah, so that's going to be a pre-workout for me. Shovel the snow. I'm going to have my brother help me. He's going to do one side of the driveway and I'll do the other side of the driveway. And then he's going to do one half of the sidewalk and I'm going to shovel the other half of the sidewalk. And I'm trying to get my brother to come to the gym with me. Maybe he'll come to the gym with me today. But after I'm done shoveling, Grandma already knows I'm hitting the gym. I already have my gym bag packed and everything. So it's just shovel, shovel, get in the car, go to the gym, work out. Karate pants. I don't know if I'm going to be working out in karate pants or not. You know, I usually work out in gym shorts. Karate pants, that's just too much fabric flapping around everywhere. I might get tangled up in the weights or something. Or if I'm hitting the treadmill, I don't need all that material weighing me down. Do you exercise in karate pants when you go to the gym? What kind of question is that? I don't know what's wrong with you people. Of course, fantastic. What are you guys saying down here in these comments? I'm going to scroll up and see what some of you guys are saying. Hello, Grandma. Grandma, one of the people said hello to you. Tell her I said hi. Grandma said hi. Hercules went to a high-class university. You better believe I went to a high-class university. I don't have all these degrees stuck on my wall in an area you can't see for nothing. Grow legs like Ariel is diabolical. Yes, I grow legs like Ariel. And no, it's not diabolical. It's fantastical. Or should I say fantastical. What I do is, now that I have a good health plan insurance brought to you by YouTube, now that I work for YouTube through LA, I get so much money now, so much money, so I can upgrade on my health insurance. So in my health insurance plan, one of the things is a wonderful punch card where so many times out of the year I can punch the ticket and grow legs like Ariel and walk on dry land. You're exactly right. Thank you so much. This is not a dream. You're not dreaming. This is actually happening. You guys, tell the people in the comments that this is actually happening. This is not a dream. You're interacting with an actual shark here on YouTube. YouTube people love me. They say, Hercules, you're the best thing smoking since what was it? Hot grease? Something along those terms. You know, I'm trying to learn how you guys talk on here. Moving forward, let me see what the survey says. Like I said, when I woke up this morning, we were hit with tons of snow. And someone in the chat said they just got a storm. And they're in Antarctica. I'm so sorry about that. Flippin' sweet. Thank you so much. Stayed home and ate all the chips. Oh my gosh, you don't have any more chips to eat. You gotta have a snacks. You guys, when you're snowed in, you have to have emergency snacks. You got to have sardines for the humans. You got to have Vienna sausages. You got to have potato chips. You have to have microwave popcorn. That's the food that you need when you're snowed in. Doritos. All of that stuff. Guys, I'm sick and tired of the snow down here. Are you sick and tired of winter? 38% of you said yes, 43% of you said no, and I already told you those are probably the people who always live in the mountains. And so every time they look out the window, it's always snow everywhere. And then 20% of you said, it doesn't snow where I'm at. It must be nice. Someone told me that they are watching me from Florida and that they don't get snow in Florida. And I said, how is that possible? Because when I pass over Florida, how come at every corner there's a snow cone machine, a slushy machine? And you mean to tell me you guys don't get snow? Where in the world are you getting the snow from for the snow cones? Don't come up on this live stream and fill our heads with lies. You're supposed to be on here listening to me while I show you the ways of Hercules. Make me a dang quesadilla. Yeah, the quesadilla sounds fantastic. While you're in there, can you make me one too? Oh, man. This is wonderful. What do we have? Gosh. Yeah. Florida. Yeah, they've got snow cone machines everywhere. And then they told me that they don't get snow. How is that even possible? So lastly, guys, I had the Ruth Chris menu up here because I know there's some rich people who watch me, and I can say that because I talk with them. They try to pull me to the side and have personal conversations. They're like, "Oh, Hercules, I see you're doing a wonderful job on YouTube. And I see that you're wealthy now." I'm like, yeah. They said, well, you need to start going to places to set yourself apart. I'm like, set myself apart from what? I'm happy with the way I am. I go to therapy. I have blood pressure pills. My grandma lives with me. My brother lives with me. I have family. I have friends. Why would I want to set myself apart? They were like, you need to start going to fancy places like Ruth Chris since you're rich now. So I looked on the Ruth Chris menu, guys. And you want to know something? Rich people are crazy. Ruth Chris says for a piece of 11-ounce fish, it's between $62 to $75. Who's spending $62 for one piece of fish? The cheapest thing on the menu is $17, and that's for cream spinach or mashed potatoes. And it doesn't even specify whether it's a small, medium, or large. So I'm going to just assume that it's a small. Plus, I gotta pay the delivery driver. Then I gotta tip the delivery driver. That's too much money. You fancy schmancy people, what's so wrong with the miracles and magic of Olive Garden? What's so wrong with the Disney magic of McDonald's? Just because I'm rich doesn't mean I like to spend my money, even though I'm popularly known around the world, underwater, and in space. I know the people in NASA watch me in space. I'm known everywhere. You gotta do some business investment deals, Herc. Business investment deals. I don't know. I've been watching some documentaries on Amazon, and it seems like every time it comes with financial gain, for example, Wolf on Wall Street. Now, when I watched Wolf on Wall Street, I definitely hesitated in participating in any financial investment, anything after watching that. The thing is something I will most definitely sponsor is going to be worth it for sure. Go on and sponsor me if you want to. I tell you guys, every time I get a donation, it goes right into my outdoor equipment. Because I like to barbecue all the time. Some hamburgers and french fries. Now that's the ticket right there. Real food. I'm not going to no dang-on Ruth Chris. I'll spend my whole tax check just on one meal. I'm glad you guys are able to laugh at my pain and my struggles. I just don't understand sometimes how you guys deal with fancy schmancy people day in and day out. I like to go to common places where I can feel grounded. The gas station, Walmart, McDonald's, where the real normal people are. When I grow legs like Uriel and walk on dry land, you're not going to see me hanging around Ruth Chris all day. There's nobody there of intellectual capacity that matches mine. They don't teach you poor souls nothing up there. How do you BBQ hamburgers and fries? It's simple. You put the charcoal on the barbecue grill, you light the fire, you wait for the flames to do its thing, and then you sit the meat patty on the grill. What's wrong with you poor people? I have to tell you everything. Maybe I should write a book to teach you humans how to be humans, because it seems like when I grow legs like Ariel and walk on dry land, I'm a better human than some of you. This poor child asked me, how do you barbecue hamburgers and french fries on the grill? You're a human. You're the one who made the thing. Humans invented barbecue grills and you're asking me how to operate it? I recommend you watch all of my videos and take multiple notes. All of my videos from last year and the year before that. Sit down, take the day off of work. Just call off work. Say you're sick or something. Watch all my videos and take some notes. I guarantee you after you watch all of my videos or listen to my videos, you'll be feeling smarter than Bill Gates. Heck, I'm smarter than Bill Gates. I'm working from the comfort of my home and I don't gotta wear a stupid suit and tie. I'm saying underwater, how do you do it? I do it the same way. I do it the same way you guys do it. I turn on the grill. I load the grill with charcoal. I light the charcoal. I wait for the charcoal to do its thing. And then I put the meat patty on the grill. And flip it over a couple times and wait for it to get done. It's not that hard, guys. My poor people. Imagine Hercules' barbecue joint. You know, I may aspire to do that. Because Grandma Shark, she makes cookies now. She has this cookie business going. So she bakes cookies and all the shark nurses from the hospital loves her. So they always place orders to get cookies from Grandma. Blah, blah, blah. So to answer your question about how we live underwater because we're underwater, we have all the same functionalities as you guys. Like I said, when you watch Shark Week on Discovery Channel, they don't tell you anything. They just show how bad we can be. And I'm quite sure those are just recycled photo stock images from millions of years ago. And they just CGI it to make us look more ferocious than we already are. We cook, we clean, we drive cars, we do all the same stuff. Now look, I order fancy schmancy stuff from Amazon. Sometimes I get stuff from the human people. So we have the fancy schmancy yacht people. What they do is they go out and use their nautical courses and then they push a button and they lower my product down from dry land in these clear water pressure boxes. They lower it down on the anchor and they press a button in their fancy schmancy yachts and we're down under the sea, so we know to come get our package and we take the package home. It's as simple as that. That makes sense. It does make sense. See, guys, we have another smart person on the line. Grandma makes the best hot sauce on the planet. You better believe it. Shark Week should come once a month. Shark Week should come once a month. Well, don't give the Discovery Channel any more ideas, because all they do is spread lies. I must not tell lies. That's what Harry Potter said. I was then your submarine delivery. Oh, we rarely get submarine deliveries, guys. That's too expensive. So in order to work hand in hand in partnership with human people, all those rich people who are riding around on yachts, you guys, they're low-key DoorDash people. And they deliver food and stuff to the people underwater. Don't let them fool you. I tell you, rich people who try to put on the Ritz, they're going around having yacht parties. No, they're not. They're dropping off orders underwater for us. They're picking up returns, dropping off orders, giving us like Wendy's, DoorDash foods and stuff that we don't get down here. I was thinking, no submarine delivery. Oh, of course. You know, like I said, maybe three episodes ago, Jeff Bezos and I, the Amazon guy, we're already working out some type of underwater delivery service. He didn't want me to tell you that because he's trying to be humble. I'm like, humble where? You fired 99,000 people. That doesn't look humbling to me. But we're going to work together to help get this delivery going underwater so you guys can get your jobs back. Jump in the water? No, we don't do all that. But shout out to all the people who listened to me yesterday. Then I'm going to get ready to wrap this up. Yesterday on Fish Fry Friday, I asked you guys to do me a favor. Go to the store, buy multiple packages of Kool-Aid or Country Time lemonade and just dump it into the water? Why not have flavored water? Then we all can have something refreshing to drink. The sharks have something refreshing to drink. You humans have something refreshing to drink. If we just dump it into the water, the world will be a better place. Look, I'm really using my head right here. I want to make your world happy, and I want to make my world happy. You guys, I'm getting ready to wrap it up. You have anything else to say before I get out of here? Fish Fry Fridays with Hercules the Shark. I'm here every Friday. On Mondays and Tuesdays, you get the cow morning moo. If you guys like cows, you're in luck. Monday and Tuesdays at 5 a.m., there's an actual cow talking with you guys. On Wednesdays, you get in a mothership or a tin can, fly around in space with basket head and watch movies and chat in the chat box all day. What kind of program is that where you just sit down and watch a movie in silence, where all these lights and stuff are going on and you're just chatting in the chat box? There's no type of interaction. It's just quiet over there with music playing in the background and they're just talking in the chat box, watching the movie all day, flying around in the tin can. It doesn't make sense to me, but that's what happens on Wednesday. Thursday, you get Freestyle Thursday with Elay, and she shows up as herself. What was that? How many Lowe's would Rob? Oh, I don't know. But we don't have a Lowe's hardware store down here, which is why I have to call the fancy schmancy yacht people to deliver us tools and stuff. We ain't got no Lowe's down here yet. So I had to DoorDash my tools. If I want special tools that only Lowe's sells, I have to have the fancy schmancy yacht people deliver that stuff to me. Thank you for asking about Lowe's hardware store. The Shark Week comment. I don't know. It probably didn't go over my head. I probably just didn't see it because you guys are definitely typing in the chats. So if you want to type it again, maybe I'll see it. Moving forward, I'll give you 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. All right. Oh, this is the shark. This is the show. This is the show. This is the shark. Moo, moo, bark, bark, moo, moo, bark, bark. This is the shark. This is the show. This is the show. This is the shark. Moo, moo, bark, bark, moo, moo, bark, bark. Yeah, this was fun. Share this with your family and friends. And guys, when you hit the gym, listen to me in the background. And if you got a hyperbolic time chamber somewhere, I suggest you get in there and get the training. I love you guys all too. Thank you so much. See you next Friday. Have a good Friday. Be safe. I love you all. Hello.